Good evening, students. Today we will be studying number systems, types of numbers. All right. So, आपने अपनी पहले की classes में कुछ एक types of numbers पढ़े हैं. What are the various types of numbers? What is the smallest set of numbers that you know? Can you name some number types to me?
Whole numbers, natural numbers.
Very good. So
Real.
let's first talk about, very good. So if I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, these are called 1, 2, 3, 4. What are these called?
Natural number.
Natural numbers. Good. So these are called natural numbers. This is our set of natural numbers. Now in this set, if I also include 0, what is this set called?
Whole number.
Good. Whole numbers. Now in this set, I also include some negative discrete numbers. These are negative numbers. Now, what is this whole set called?
Integer.
Integers. Good. So, आपने ये देखा कि natural number set का जो denote हम करते हैं उसको n से denote करते हैं, whole number set को w से denote करते हैं और integers को z से denote करते हैं, z से denote करते हैं. Okay. Now, in this, suppose I add some fraction, 1 by 2. What are these numbers called?
Fraction number. Rational numbers.
Rational numbers. Yes. So fractions, once you include fractions, you get rational numbers. Now, what are really rational numbers? Rational numbers are the numbers which can be represented in P by Q form. Okay, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Okay, so P, Q are integers, meaning they can be any of these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, any of these numbers. Q cannot be 0. P can still be 0. Q cannot be 0. Okay, so the numbers that we get like this, they are called rational numbers. So if I tell you a number, say number 3 by 4, is it a rational number?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good. If I tell you a number minus 1 by 5, is it a rational number?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good. If I write 1 by minus 3, is it a rational number?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good. And similarly, besides fraction, these numbers can be written in decimal form also, right? 3 by 4 is 0.75. Minus 1 by 5 is minus 0.2, right? And minus 0.3 is minus 0.33, and so on. The important thing is, as I said, we should always be able to write them in P by Q form. We should always be able to represent them in fractions. And we will see in a moment why that's the case. Okay, we'll see later in the class. So this is also a rational number because it can be expressed in this form. All right. Now suppose I write 0 by 3. Is this a rational number?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because P is 0, but Q is not 0. So it is a rational number. Okay, good. So you guys know this concept very well. So let's move forward. Now, is 0 a rational number? 0, is this a rational number or no?
Yes, ma'am, it is a rational number. Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because ma'am, it can be written in form. हम P पे 0 ले सकते हैं, Q पे नहीं ले सकते, but P पे ले सकते हैं.
Good. तो 0 को हम और कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Can I write 0 as? Very good. 0.1, 0.2.
0.2.
Yes. Right? So Q is not 0, P is 0, so 0 is a rational number. Good job. Okay. Now find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Find it in your notebook and tell me.
Ma'am, 22, 23, 24,
25, 26, 27.
22, 23, 27. Number line, but
25.
is this right?
24,
Really?
25. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am. Font में
This is your number line. Hold on, hold on. उसके ऊपर ही आपके 3 है, 4 है, 2 है, so on. Between 3 and 4 we are saying. 22 कहाँ होता है number line में? This is way beyond 4.
मैम पर 22/7 22/7 है
22/7 है. Yes. तो ये वो तो आपने बोला नहीं ना, आपने बोला 22, 23/7. Right? So
Yes.
now, yes. So इसके दो methods होते हैं जो आपको previous class में भी सिखाए गए थे. एक तो method वही होता है जो आपने बोला कि आपको 7 numbers चाहिए. So you multiply top and bottom by 7. Right? So this is 7, this is 21/7, and this is 28/7. So आपको बीच में 6 numbers मिल जाएंगे. Sorry, आपको 6 numbers चाहिए. So आप multiply top and bottom by 7. Right? So you get your 6 numbers here. Right? Now, what is the other method for finding it? एक और method भी सिखाया गया था. Okay, so the other method said कि अगर मैं इन दोनों numbers को add करके divide कर दूं, तो मेरे पास क्या आएगा? What is 3 plus 4 by 2? That will be
7/2
7. Yes, 7 by 2. So 7 by 2, which is 3.5, वो यहाँ पे मेरे को एक बीच का एक rational number मिल गया. Now मेरे को एक और चाहिए, so this is 7 by 2. Now between 3 and 7 by 2, I can find another one. I can say 3 plus 7 by 2 divided by 2, right? So doing this, I can keep finding more and more rational numbers. तो ये क्या हो गया? 13 by 4. ठीक है? So, and then next I can again find between 3 and 13 by 4, or I can find between 7 by 2 plus 4 by 2. It will give me number between these two, right? So this is your other method, and this is first method. Okay? Any doubt in this method?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So let's move forward. Now find 5 rational numbers between these two fractions. So अब हम क्या करेंगे? Anyone?
Ma'am, we can apply first method.
Okay. और किससे multiply करें?
Ma'am, 6. 3
6
into
से
6,
करें.
5 into 6, 4 into 6,
Okay.
and 5 into 6.
Okay. So it is 18 by 30 and 24 by 30. Right? तो अब हमारे पास बीच में 5 numbers आ जाएंगे.
Yes, ma'am. 19/30, 20/30, 21/30, and so on.
Yes. So we'll get 5 rational numbers. Why didn't we multiply it by 5 or 4? What will happen? Suppose
Ma'am,
I
because-
multiply.
Ma'am, because we have to find 5 rational numbers, and we have to take plus 1 in we have in we have to find 5 rational numbers, so we can add 5 plus 1 is equals to 6, so we can into 6 in the numbers.
Okay, yes, that's the method. तो अगर मैं 4 से करती तो क्या होता? मेरा क्या हो जाता है? 12 by 20, and this would have been 16 by 20. तो बीच में कितने नंबर आते? Only 3 numbers will come in the middle, right?
Yes.
So that's why we need to, and all of these are that you understand, right? 3 by 5, 18 by 30, 12 by 20, these are all equivalent fractions, right? ये आपने last year पढ़ा था. Right? That's why we are multiplying top and bottom, because these are all equivalent fractions. Any fraction, if I have a fraction m by n, or let's take an example, say 4 by 7, this is equal to 4 into 2 by 7 into 2, right? This is equal to 4 into 3 by 7 into 3. So as long as I multiply top and bottom by the same number, my fraction remains equal, right? These are all equivalent fractions. That's why we are multiplying. Okay, so 3 by 5, 18 by 30, 12 by 20, they're all same fractions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you tell me second method?
सेकेंड मेथड में श्योर. सेकेंड मेथड में क्या करेंगे, जो मैंने बोला दोनों नंबर्स को ऐड करो और उनको 2 से डिवाइड कर दो. तो ये क्या होगा, 3 by 5 plus 4 by 5 क्या होगा, 7 by 5 divided by 2, which is 7 by 10. So this is your fraction between this. अब ये तो एक ही नंबर निकला. This is your first number. Now you want to find 5 numbers. So आप क्या करोगे, अब दोबारा से 3 by 5 और 7 by 10 के बीच में देख लो. ठीक है, तो ये कितना होगा, 13 by 10 divided by 2, which is 13 by 20.
20.
This is your second number. So and so on. You can keep finding number between the two numbers, which is the average of the two numbers. जो between वाला number होता है वो क्या कहलाता है, average of the two numbers. So वो हमेशा उन दोनों के बीच में होता है. So that gives you a rational number between these two numbers. Okay, but using this method is easier because अब एक ही बारी it's less time consuming. जो ये fraction वाला हम top bottom multiply करते हैं, because अब एक ही बारी multiply करते हैं और आपको अपने सारे numbers मिल जाते हैं. Okay, this other method is little more time consuming. ठीक है? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now let's see. State whether these statements are true or false. Every natural number is a whole number. Is it
Yes,
true or
ma'am.
false?
Ma'am, true.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody thinks false?
No, yes, ma'am.
False.
मैम होल नंबर में 0 भी आता है, नेचुरल नंबर में 0 नहीं आता है.
हाँ, so natural number में 0 नहीं आता, और जो मैंने शुरू में डायग्राम दिखाया था उसको हमेशा के लिए याद कर लो और अपने पास लिख लो. Natural number का set, whole number का set, then you have your integers का set, right? And then you have your rational number का set, which is Q. So every natural number comes in the set of whole numbers. So every natural number is a whole number, which is true. Now, is every integer a whole number? ये आपका integer का set है.
No, ma'am.
No.
False.
So false. Give me an example of integer which is not a whole number.
Ma'am, -1, -2.
-2.
Good. Every rational number is a whole number. ये आपका rational number का set है Q. Is every rational number a whole number? False.
Because ma'am, in
Okay.
rational numbers, fractions numbers are also included, but in whole numbers not included.
Good. समझ आ गया सबको? Everybody agrees?
Ma'am, I can't understand. Can you
You
explain?
can't understand. Sure. So every rational number is a whole number. Why is it false? See, ये rational number का set है और ये whole number का set है, right? So सभी whole numbers जो हैं वो rational number के set में आ रहे हैं. Whole numbers क्या होते हैं? 0, 1, 2, 3, all of these, right? And इन सब को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? 0 by 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1. So all the whole numbers are rational numbers. ये तो समझ में आता है?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? हाँ. अब is every rational number a whole number? Rational number के सेट में कौन से और आ जाते हैं? 3 by 2, 5 by 2. All these fractions. Are these whole numbers? Are these fractions whole numbers?
No, ma'am.
No. So every rational number is not a whole number. Okay? समझ आया?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, सो इसीलिए मैं कह रही थी जो फर्स्ट डायग्राम था उसको अपने पास एक नोटबुक में हमेशा के लिए बना के रख लो इस तरह से, So this will tell you कि rational number के set में integers सारे आ जाते हैं. But there are some things which are not there, which are not integers, right? It means integer plus some more things. Integer के set में सारे whole numbers आ जाते हैं plus some more things. Whole number में सब natural numbers आ जाते हैं plus some more things. Okay? So whole number is a superset. It includes natural numbers and zero. Integer includes all whole number, natural number plus some negative numbers. Rational number includes all the integers plus some fractions. ठीक है? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, move forward, shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now again, we are back to our diagram, types of numbers. So this is our number line, and we have studied कि we have 0, we have 1, 2, 3, all of these whole numbers, we have integers, and we have fractions, right? And so on. So we have covered up to rational numbers. Now between these, say between 1 and 3/2, there are some other numbers also which cannot be represented in this p/q form. Remember मैंने शुरू में कहा था कि p/q form, if you can represent something in p/q form, then only it's called a rational number. But what about the numbers which cannot be represented in p/q form? What are those numbers called? They also exist on the number line. Okay. So what are those numbers called? Anyone?
Decimal number.
Irrational number.
Irrational number. Decimal number nahi. Decimal to ye bhi hai. Rational is also decimal, right? This is like 2.5. This is a rational number. These are called irrational because they cannot be represented in p/q form. So, for example, you have square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5, and pi. Pi you have been using in geometry, right? And square root 2, 3, 5, ये सब आपने last year पढ़े थे? Square
Yes.
roots?
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
So these numbers cannot be represented in p/q form. And when you put together all these numbers, now this set is called real number set. So real numbers, any number on the number line, that comes in the set of real numbers. So real number set में क्या होता है? R में rational number and irrational number. Together, when you include both these types of numbers, you get real number
Real
set.
number.
Okay. So इस number line पर every real number is represented by a unique point on the number line. Take any real number, example, and it can be shown on the number line. Okay? There is no ambiguity. जहाँ पर 1 है, वहाँ पर 1 ही होगा number line पर. 1.1 नहीं होगा, 1.01 नहीं होगा. Right? So every real number is represented by a unique point on the number line. Understood? Meaning of this unique point?
Yes, ma'am.
There
Yes,
is no
ma'am.
overlap. Okay. And every point on number line represents a unique real number. What does this mean? This means अगर मैं कोई भी point लूँ real number line पर, तो ये एक unique number ही होगा. If it is minus 0.7, it is minus 0.7. It won't be minus 0.71. जो number है number line पर वही होगा. So every point represents a unique number. Okay. So every real number is represented by unique point, and vice versa. Every point is a unique real number. Okay. समझ आ गया?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So now if I ask you square root of 7, it's an irrational number. Now, is it a real number?
ma'am, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Why? Because
Because it
real
is a
number, because real number set includes irrational number set. So if I ask you 5 by 2, is it a real number?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because real number includes rational number. So any point on the number line you can think of, any number that you can think of, that is a real number. All the numbers on the number line. Okay, any doubt before we proceed?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next is, how do we locate irrational numbers on number line? तो हमने ये तो कह दिया कि number line पर irrational numbers भी हैं, numbers which cannot be represented in P by Q form, but उनको हम फिर number line पर show कैसे करें? कहाँ जाकर के उसको draw करें? तो
Ma'am, by
before we,
Pythagoras theorem.
yes, so Pythagoras theorem क्या कहती है?
Hypotenuse square is equal perpendicular square plus base square.
Yes, so Pythagoras theorem says in a right angle triangle, square of hypotenuse is equal to square of perpendicular plus square of base, right? Which is equal to square root of p square plus b square, right? Now,
Yes.
अब हमको represent करना है suppose square root 2. तो square root 2 को represent करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? Number line पर suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4. अब square root 2 कहाँ पर आएगा number line में? Right? Somewhere we have to put square root 2. Somewhere we have to mark it. तो कैसे करेंगे हम इसको? Square root 2 can be written as what? Can I write it as 1 plus 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
what does this mean? This means कि if I have a triangle, and this can be written as 1 square plus 1 square, right? 1 is same as 1 square?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So if I have a right angle triangle, जिसकी एक base is 1, perpendicular is also 1, तो उसका hypotenuse क्या होगा?
2 under root 2.
Square, under root 2, square root 2, right? तो अगर मैं अपने number line पर 1 draw करूं, base 1 ले लूं, और फिर यहाँ से perpendicular भी 1 unit का draw कर दूं, तो मेरे पास में ये क्या आया? Hypotenuse will be square root 2. So let's call it A, and this call it B, and this is O. So we will measure OB, and we will draw an arc from OB. Okay. Now this thing is your square root of 2. This point will be square root of 2, the point that we get. Okay. Anybody, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So important thing to remember here is that square root of 2 can be represented as 1 plus 1, and using Pythagoras theorem, we can conclude that if 1 is the base, 1 is the perpendicular, then hypotenuse will be square root of 2. Now let's see. Next is say square root of 3. How do we represent square root of 3? इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं हम? 2 plus 1, I can write?
Yes, ma'am.
What is 2? Now,
Two is
इसको
the
हमको
base.
square form में लाना है, right? So, square root of 2 का square plus 1 का square.
Ma'am, I
Are
have
these
a
two things
question.
equal? हाँ, बोलो.
Ma'am, when we measure the O, B, and A means square root 2. So first we have to take OB in the measure, then we then arc on OB.
Yes. So, हमको
ma'am-
क्या मिल? Yes. So, we got this hypotenuse OB as square root 2, right? But this is somewhere suspended in the air. We want it on the number line. अब आपको पता है कि सर्कल जब होता है, जब भी आप सर्कल ड्रॉ करते हो, तो उसके सारे रेडियस इक्वल होते हैं,
Yes,
राइट? ये
ma'am.
पढ़ चुके हो ना? तो जब मैंने आर्क ड्रॉ करी, इतना यहाँ से अपना कंपास को खोला, और जब मैं यूं आर्क ड्रॉ करूंगी, तो ये लेंथ जो है it will be equal to OB, right?
मैम सर जो O एंड B है मैम उनकी
हाँ।
लेंथ हम नापेंगे मतलब कि मेजर नहीं करेंगे, मतलब कि ऐसी बना देंगे फिर मेजर करेंगे बाद में 8 लगाने के लिए।
मेजर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज आपने ये यहाँ पर 1 मेजर किया, राइट? लेट मी इरेज सम ऑफ दिस। ऑलराइट, तो हमने क्या देखा कि हमने पहले तो ये आपको समझ में आ गया कि स्क्वायर रूट 2 is nothing but 1 plus 1, which is 1 square root of 1 square plus 1 square, right?
यस
So
मैम।
using the Pythagoras theorem, I can make a right angle triangle like this of base 1, perpendicular 1, and I can expect the hypotenuse to be square root 2 length.
यस
ठीक है?
मैम।
हाँ. Now imagine I pick up this triangle and I put it here. तो क्या होगा? अब मैं वही ट्राइंगल यहाँ पे बना रही हूँ, तो क्या होगा? यहाँ पर मैंने 1 तक लाइन ड्रॉ करी, दिस इज लेंथ 1 यूनिट, राइट?
यस
फिर
मैम।
मैंने परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ किया 1 यूनिट का, मेजर कर लिया मैंने स्केल से, दिस इज 1 यूनिट, दिस इज 1 यूनिट, ओके? नाउ बिकॉज इट्स अ परपेंडिकुलर, तो ये लेंथ कितनी होगी? दिस हैज टू बी स्क्वायर रूट 2. तो आपको मेजर नहीं करने की जरूरत है, दिस हैज टू बी स्क्वायर रूट 2. नाउ बट अब हमको चाहिए कहाँ पर? नंबर लाइन पर, और हमने बनाया इसको यहाँ पर है, तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम कंपास लेंगे, कंपास को खोलेंगे, इतनी लेंथ जितनी भी ये है, राइट? वी विल पुट कंपास ऑन पॉइंट O, on point 0. You'll put that pencil tip here and you will draw your arc. तो अब जो यहाँ पर जो ये पॉइंट आया आपका, that is square root of 2. Okay?
यस मैम।
All right. Now next we were talking about square root of 3. तो square root of 3 क्या होता है? We can write it, 3 can be written as 2 plus 1, right?
मैम।
And 2 can be written as square of square root of 2. Is that right or no? Can I write 2 as
Yes, ma'am.
square root of 2? Yes, right? So what does this mean? Now, if I have a right angle triangle, जिसमें कि say my base is square root of 2 and my perpendicular is 1, तो मेरी hypotenuse क्या होगी? If my
Root
base
3.
root 3, right? Using this formula, perpendicular base. So suppose my base is square root of 2 का square, my perpendicular is 1 का square, तो my hypotenuse क्या होगी? Square root of 3. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Others? Any doubts?
मैम रूट 2 को नीचे मेजर करना पड़ेगा जब नंबर लाइन में बनाएंगे तो।
रूट 2 की बात कर रहे हो अभी या रूट
तो
3 की बात कर?
मैम रूट 3 को नीचे जो रूट 2 है।
हाँ, वो अभी बताऊंगी कैसे करेंगे, पर पहले अभी ये समझ में आ गया?
यस मैम।
Yes. तो now root 3 is like a next step. So आपने root 2 यहाँ पर आपने ये ड्रॉ किया ही था, right? इसी के ऊपर आप एक सिंगल यूनिट का परपेंडिकुलर लगा दो. Now this will be your root 3. और फिर आप root 3 से वापस वही कंपास से आप ड्रॉ करोगे, तो आपका यहाँ पर जो कट आएगा वो root 3 का आएगा. रूट 2 तो हमने, तो जब आपको रूट 3 ड्रॉ करना है तो उसके लिए आप पहले क्या करोगे? आपको रूट 2 चाहिए, तो पहले आप रूट 2 ड्रॉ करोगे, फिर उसको बेस लेकर के सिंगल यूनिट का आप उसके ऊपर परपेंडिकुलर लगाओगे और आपके पास रूट 3 आ गया. ठीक है? और ऐसे ही अगर आपको मान लो रूट 4 ड्रॉ करना है, ऑल्दो रूट 4 इज सिंपली 2, बट सपोज मैं इसके रूट 3 के ऊपर एक और परपेंडिकुलर लगा दूं 1 यूनिट का, right? And now what I have is root 3 का square plus 1 का square, which is root 4, which is nothing but 2. तो अगर मैं ड्रॉ करूंगी तो मेरा कहाँ आएगा? वो 2 के ऊपर आएगा. अगर मैं एक और इसके ऊपर सिंगल यूनिट का लगा दूं परपेंडिकुलर, तो मेरे पास क्या आएगा? 2 square plus 1, which is root 5. तो मेरा ये यहाँ पर आ जाएगा वो √5। तो इस तरह से आप करते जा सकते हो। तो आपने स्टार्ट कहाँ से किया? सिंगल यूनिट से, आपको मिल गया √2, राइट। नाउ √3 चाहिए, एक और सिंगल यूनिट परपेंडिकुलर लगा दो यहाँ पर, तो ये क्या मिल गया? √3। √4 चाहिए, एक और लगा दो 1 यूनिट का, तो मिल गया √4। 5 चाहिए, एक और लगा दिया, तो मिल गया ये √5। और जो नंबर चाहिए वहां तक पहुंच के फिर आप आग से वापस उसको ड्रॉ कर दोगे नंबर लाइन पर। मेथड समझ आया √5 का?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
Yes, ma'am.
there is another simpler way to draw √5. Okay, एक तो ये है कि आप पहले आपको √5 या कोई भी नंबर ड्रॉ करना है, √7 ड्रॉ करना है, तो आप पहले एक एक करके आप ड्रॉ करते जाओ। पहले √2 करो, फिर 3 करो, फिर 4, 5, 6, 7 ऐसे करके करते जाओ, और जो नंबर आपको चाहिए वहां पहुंच गए तो आपने नंबर लाइन पर आपने आंक लगा दी। नाउ देयर आर समटाइम्स इजियर वेज, जैसे √5 है, अल्टीमेटली वी आर यूजिंग पाइथागोरस थ्योरम। √5 है, I can write it like what? I can write it as 2 square plus 1, right? √5 is what?
Yes.
4 plus 1. I can write it as 2 square plus 1 square.
Yes,
ठीक है?
ma'am.
तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? अगर ये मेरा बेस है, ये मेरा परपेंडिकुलर है, तो ये हाइपोटेन्यूज हुआ, राइट? तो अगर मैंने बेस ड्रॉ कर दिया 2 का और परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ कर दिया 1 का, तो मेरा हाइपोटेन्यूज मेरे को √5 मिल जाएगा, right? So instead of drawing all these 2, 3, 4, I can directly draw √5. कैसे? Suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3. अब मैंने सबसे पहले अपना बेस ड्रॉ कर लिया 2, ठीक है? और फिर उसके बाद मैंने उसके ऊपर परपेंडिकुलर एक ड्रॉ कर दिया 1। अब ये क्या हुआ? This is 2, this is 1. So base square plus perpendicular square. क्या हो गया ये? 2 square plus 1 square √5, ठीक है? और फिर इसको जब मैंने कंपास से ड्रॉ किया यहाँ पर, तो मेरे को डायरेक्टली √5 मिल गया। ओके?
Okay, ma'am.
So the important thing to understand here is you can do it stepwise. You can keep drawing each number. But suppose मैं आपसे बोलूं कि I want you to show 101 on the square root of 101 on the number line. तो फिर आप क्या करोगे? आप अगर एक एक स्टेप करते जाओगे तो you'll have to draw what? 100 times, right? It will take 100 steps to reach there. Other method will be कि you write it as, you know कि you are going to use Pythagoras theorem, so you can write it as 100 plus 1, which is nothing but 10 square plus 1 square, right? So you split the number so that you can get bigger measurements on the number line. So अब आप क्या करोगे? अब आप सिर्फ आपको 10 तक मेजर करना है नंबर लाइन पर। 10 तक आपका बेस हो गया, 1 आपका परपेंडिकुलर हो गया, और जब आपने हाइपोटेन्यूज ड्रॉ किया तो आपको 101 मिल गया, और आप उसको ड्रॉ कर दोगे कंपास से नंबर लाइन पर, ठीक है?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So choice is yours. Depending upon the time you have in your exam, you can go either way. जब छोटा नंबर है √2, √3, उसमें तो आपको करना ही स्टेप वाइज है, उसमें कुछ नहीं कर सकते, राइट? बट जब बड़े नंबर्स हैं 5 onwards, then you can figure out कि आपको एक एक स्टेप ड्रॉ करना है या डायरेक्टली आपको बिगर साइज लेना है बेस का, और उससे आपको मिल जाएगा नंबर, ठीक है? So
Yes, ma'am.
let's move forward. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Every irrational number is a real number. Is it true or false?
Yes, ma'am. True.
Yes, ma'am.
It is true, right? Because we saw that in the set of real numbers, you have both rational numbers and you have both irrational numbers. Okay? So every irrational number is a real number. Every point on the number line is of the form square root of m, where m is a natural number. So हम क्या कह रहे हैं कि number line पर जो भी points हैं, every point can be written as square root of m, where m is a natural number. मतलब
Ma'am,
m
it is
क्या
false.
होगा? 1, 2, 3, like this. So,
Ma'am, false.
okay, false. Okay, give me an example.
Yes, ma'am. Because under root के अंदर -1, -2, 0 also included.
Good. So point जब हम number line की बात कर रहे हैं तो -1. You cannot write it as square root of some positive number, square root of a natural number, right? 1 can be written as square root of 1, right? But you cannot write every number. 2 can be written as square root of 4. But not every number can be written as square root of a natural number. 1.5. You cannot write it as square root of natural number, right? Negative number, you cannot write that as square root of a natural number. ठीक है? So this is
Yes, ma'am.
false. Okay. अच्छा, अब एक काम करते हैं, because not all of you are answering. So अब मैं यहाँ पर अपनी चैट विंडो ओपन कर रही हूँ और जब मैं कोई क्वेश्चन पूछूंगी तो आप चैट विंडो में टाइप करोगे, आप बोलोगे नहीं आंसर, ठीक है? So
Okay.
सब लोग अपना अपना
Yes,
आंसर
ma'am.
टाइप करेंगे, so that I know that everybody is getting it. Now, every real number is an irrational number. So is it true or false? Every real number is an irrational number. Good. So all of you said false. Yes, it is false, right? Because इसमें rational numbers भी आते हैं real numbers में. Are the square roots of all positive integers irrational? So if I have square root of 4, it is 2, right? So it is a positive integer, but its square root is not irrational. It is 2, right? Yes, if I take 3, yes, its square root is an irrational number. So yes, it's false, right? So no, we cannot do it. Like 16 also, yes. Now show how root 5 can be represented. This we did already, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So any
Yes,
doubts
ma'am.
here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So decimal expansion of rational numbers. तो अब तक हमने rational number, irrational numbers को number line पे represent कर लिया. We have learned what are these numbers. Now let's learn some more about their decimal expansion. So what happens when we have these fractions, rational numbers, and we expand them decimally? So दो काम होते हैं. Whenever you have a fraction, right, and you turn it into a decimal number, remainder could be 0, right? Give me an example जहाँ पर if I convert fraction into decimal, remainder is 0.
Ma'am, 10/5.
10/5, good. So, and others could be like 15/4 is equal to 3.75. It's a decimal, right? But remainder इसमें आपका 0 था, ठीक है? जब मैंने 15 को 4 से डिवाइड किया, yes, 12/6. So, तो मेरे पास क्या है यहाँ पे 3.75 आ जाएगा, और बट यहाँ पर रिमाइंडर जो है वो 0 होगा. Now, when you say 12/6, yes, this is 2.0. So yes, it is a decimal number expansion and the remainder is 0. Okay. The other cases where, so this kind is called terminating decimal expansion. This kind of expansion is called terminating. Why is it called terminating? Because it's ending. There is nothing after 3.75, right? We ended the decimal expansion at 5. So it terminated. So this is called terminating decimal expansion. Remainder is 0, expansion is terminated. Second case is when remainder is not 0. So it can also happen that remainder is not 0. So example could be, for example, when you divide 10/3. So now it is not ending, its Remainder क्या होगा इस केस में? If I really look at the division, right? So मेरा remainder क्या है? 1. It's non-zero and it remains 1. I can keep doing it, right? And it will be always 1 and it will continue. So there is always a non-zero remainder. 1 by 11. Good. So 1 by 11, same thing. It is a non-terminating. So these are called non-terminating, recurring or repeating decimal expansion. So understand these words very carefully. Non-terminating means when it does not terminate. Expansion, you can keep expanding, it's not going to end. But it's recurring. Recurring matlab ki digits start repeating. Digits after the decimal, they start repeating, they start recurring. Okay, so two cases of decimal expansion of rational numbers, they are terminating decimal expansion and non-terminating but recurring decimal expansion. So this is very important word, recurring. It has to be recurring. Okay, any question on this slide? Yes.
मैम अगर जैसे हम कोई नंबर को डिवाइड करते हैं एंड अगर उसमें नंबर रिपीटिंग नहीं हो रहे हैं तो हम उसे ओनली नॉन रिपीट टर्मिनेटिंग बोलेंगे.
Yes, अभी हम उसकी बात करेंगे. Okay, but for now, understand कि rational number, if we are talking about rational number, it has to be terminating or the decimal expansion has to be non-terminating and recurring. Okay, no other cases going to happen for rational number. All right. Now, are all terminating or non-terminating recurring numbers rational? तो हमने क्या बोला कि टर्मिनेटिंग या फिर नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रेकरिंग ये सभी रैशनल ही होते हैं क्या? गुड. सो मोस्ट ऑफ यू रोट yes, right? So whenever you have terminating or non-terminating recurrent number, it is a rational number. Okay, so for example, this number 3.142678, it's terminating, it's not going further. Why is it a rational number? Remember the definition of rational number? You should be able to write it in the p by q form where q is not equal to 0. So इसको हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? 3.14268 divided by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I can write it like this.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is a rational number. Let's see this one. Now this is non-terminating, it's continuing, but it's recurring. Okay, so this can be written as, how can we write? You also can write it symbolically like this, 0.3 bar. So जो digits repeat हो रही हैं, उसके ऊपर आप bar लगा सकते हो. Now, how do we write it as a rational number? So let's assume x is equal to 0.3 bar. So what will be 10x? 10x will be 3.3 bar. ठीक है? So far so good. If x is 0.3 bar, 10x will be, multiply this by 10, right? It will be 3.333 like this. So this is nothing but 3.3 bar. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
subtracting both equations.
Now, yeah, now you subtract 1 from 2. So subtracting 1 from 2, you get 9x is equal to 3.3 bar minus 0.3 bar, which is nothing but 0.3 bar तो cancel हो जाएगा subtraction में, which is nothing but 3. So this implies x is equal to 3 by 9, which is nothing but 1 by 3. So we have represented this number, non-terminating repeating number, into a fractional form p by q. So it is a rational number. Okay?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good. Now let's look at this one. 1.272727 and so on. Write in the chat window. How do I write it in the bar form? What will it be? Good. So it will be, what are the digits that are repeating after decimal? 27, 27, 27, right? So we can write it as 1.27 bar. Good. So all of you got this much correct. Now we want to convert it into P by Q form. So we can write X is equal to 1.27 bar. This implies, now, what do I want to really do? I write it as 100x is equal to 127.27 bar, right? Now, the point to notice here is that I did not, here I wrote 10x, here I am writing 100x. Why am I doing that? Because eventually I want my decimal part to cancel out in the subtraction, okay? So now when I write it as 100x, I have both of my digits came on the left of decimal. So I can write it as 127.27 bar. Now I subtract first from second and I get 99x is equal to 127.27 bar minus 1.27 bar, which is nothing but 126. Now my digits after decimal cancelled out, right? And then I can write this as 126 by 99. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand why here I multiplied by 10, but here I multiplied by 100?
Yes, ma'am, because in the 0.3 bar, there is only one digit, and in the 1.27, there is two digits.
Yes. Okay. And we want the digits after the decimal to cancel out. So we have to choose here appropriately, whether we want to multiply by 100 or we want to multiply by 10 or 1000 or whatever. Now the next one, 0.235, 3535 and so on. So how do we write it in bar form? Write in the chat window. कौन सी digits repeat हो रही है इसमें? 2 तो नहीं repeat हो रहा, 35 repeat हो रही है, right? तो bar किस पर आएगा? Only on 35. Good. So we can write it as 0.235 bar. Good. So now I want to convert it into P by Q form. So my X is 0.235 bar. अब क्या करें? अब यहाँ पर हमको decimal के बाद there is a non-repeating digit also. So first let's get that digit on this side. So this implies 10x is equal to 2.35 bar. Now I have only repeating digits after my decimal. So I've got my desired form. This implies now there are two repeating digits. So I need to get those on the left side. So I'll say 10 into 100. So 1000x is equal to 235.35 bar, right? Now I have 35 repeating here, 35 repeating here. Now I can subtract 1 from 2 and my digits will cancel out nicely. 1000 minus 10 will be 990x is equal to 233. Now this means x is equal to 233 divided by 990. So it's my P by Q form. So it's a rational number. Okay, clear till this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we come to decimal expansion of irrational number. So what happens when we expand an irrational number decimally? Then we get non-terminating, non-recurring or non-repeating decimal. So non-terminating तो हमारा rational में भी आ जाता है. But irrational में it's always non-recurring or non-repeating. Digits repeat ही नहीं होती हैं, recur नहीं करती हैं digits. You keep getting new digits and different orders, so you cannot put a bar. Okay, there is nothing repeating in the pattern. So examples of irrational numbers are, for example, if you take square root 2, और अगर इसको आप करोगे square root निकालोगे, तो आपका ये you don't see any pattern of repetition here. So it's 1.414 to 1356 and it goes on and on and on. and people have found thousands of digits after decimal for square root 2, but it just does not end. Okay, it does not repeat. End तो करता ही नहीं है, repeat भी नहीं करता. Okay, और square root निकालना याद है या भूल गए? Last year किया था.
Yes, ma'am.
सबको याद है square root?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. किसी को याद नहीं है तो भी बता दो, because it's important to know how to find square roots.
मैम एक बार बता दो.
Okay, so suppose मैं square root को निकाल रही हूँ, right? So first thing is I find a number जिसको कि मैं, if I multiply it by itself by the number here, it should be less than, जैसे हम divide करते हैं. So this is the division method. Last year, अच्छा, before that, you also did find square roots using using prime method. So in that you used to do like 2 into 50 and you keep doing it and you finally find all the squares, right? So usse bhi aap nikalte the, but we are not talking about that method right now. What I was saying was, so the 2 square into 5 square ho jata tha, so ye ho jata tha aapka 10 square. But here what I am saying is square roots जिसमें कि आपको decimal में जाना पड़ता है, तो एक आपने division method सीखा था, right? So 1 multiplied by itself and you get 1. Now in the next step you take the double of this. Now यहाँ पर आपको, और यहाँ पे आपके कुछ नहीं है, zero, तो point लगाओ, 2 zeros लगाओगे, right? Now you want a number here such that when you multiply this number with this number that you are putting here, it should be less than this number or equal to this number. So अब यहाँ पर अगर मैं 1 करूँगी तो 21 times 1 21 ही होगा, 2 करूँगी तो 22 times 2 44 होगा, right? 3 करूँगी तो 23 times 3 क्या होगा? 69. वो भी 100 से, that's not the largest number. If I do 4, I'll get 96. If I will do 5, I'll get 125, but that will be larger than 100. So you do 4 here and you say 96. Now you have 4. Again, you put 2 zeros after decimal and you bring it down. And now you again double this number. So it is 28. Again, you put a digit here such that when you multiply the whole number by that digit, the complete number by that digit, you get a number which is less than or equal to this number. So yes, this is your long division method. So this is your minus 281 and you subtract and you get what? And then again you have 0, 0 and you continue like that. Okay? कुछ याद आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how you keep doing. It's similar to your division method, except जब आप divide करते हो तो आप simply इस digits जो आपका divisor है उससे multiply करते रहते हो. यहाँ पर you double your quotient and you put another digit after it such that when you will multiply it should be less than or equal to the remainder. And at every step your divisor is changing. Okay. Now back to this decimal expansion of irrational numbers. So this is one irrational number, non-terminating, non-recurring. Another famous one is pi. Pi is an irrational number. Its value is 3.1415 and it goes on forever. There is no repeating in the decimal expansion. Okay. Now you guys would have also used pi as a fraction. Pi की हम क्या value use करते हैं? कई बार calculation में हम use
22
करते
upon
हैं
7.
22 upon 7, right? But 22 upon 7 is not the actual value. It is an approximation. This is a sign of approximation. So pi is approximately equal to 22 by 7. Actual value is this. Okay, इसी को हम अपनी calculation simplify करने के लिए approximately 22 by 7 ले लेते हैं. Okay, so pi is an irrational number, even though we write it sometimes as 22 by 7. This is approximate. Remember, pi is an irrational number. It is not a rational number. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, so let's come to our exercise, and this is the last exercise for today. So write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion it is. So write the answer for the first in the chat window.
Ma'am, by division method, right?
You can divide anyway, right? When you're dividing something by power of 10, what's the
Yes,
simplest
ma'am.
way to
It's
do it?
easy. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
जितने भी
So what do
like
we
जितने भी
do?
जीरो होंगे उतने डिजिट के पहले पॉइंट लगा देंगे.
Yes. So 36 can be written as 36.0 by 100. So we move the decimal. जितने zeros हैं, उतने places हम decimal को move कर देंगे. Right? So it goes 1 and 2. 2 zeros हैं, so it is 0.36. Right? So the answer is 0.36. And because it's not continuing, there is nothing after it, it is a terminating decimal expansion. Okay, so it is a rational number. It is terminating decimal expansion. Now 1 by 11. 1 by 11 क्या होगा? Divide करके बताओ. Now, some of you have written it as 0.09. Does it end at 9? Does it end at 0.09?
Ma'am, it is non-terminating.
It is non-terminating. You can continue. It will be 09, 09, and so on. So this is 0.09 bar. Okay. So it is a non-terminating but repeating. So what kind of a number is it? Non-terminating but repeating. Is it rational or irrational?
Rational. Ma'am, rational.
Ma'am, rational.
Rational. Okay. All right. So rest of the problems you can do, parts you will do on your own, and let me know if you get any answers wrong. Okay. You can
Okay,
post
ma'am.
it on EdGurus, and whenever you get something wrong when you are practicing, post it on EdGurus. You can attach the picture of your page and ask, why is it wrong? If you cannot figure out on your own, then just ask, why is it wrong? Okay, and we will check it and it'll tell you your mistake. So it's very important to learn from your mistakes. Okay, now next question. You know that 1 by 7 is equal to 0.142857 bar. So when you divide 1 by 7, these 6 digits keep repeating. Now they are asking, can you predict what is the decimal expansion of 2 by 7, 3 by 7, and so on without actually doing the long division? Okay, so we want to find out what is 2 by 7, what is 3 by 7 given this value, but we don't want to actually do the long division. तो हम इसमें क्या करेंगे? 2 by 7 can be written as 2 times 1 by 7, right? And 1 by 7 की हमें value पता है, वो given है 0.142857. Repeat. So you simply multiply it. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And similarly, you can do for 3, it can be 3 times 1 by 7, and for 5, and so on. Next, now express the following in the form P by Q, where P by Q are integers. So let's do number 2. अपने अपने notebook में करो और chat window में type करो. So good. So most of you are getting it. So here we have 0.47 bar, right? The repeating digit is only 7, right? Good. So we have to take the non-repeating digit on the left side. So this implies we can write it as 10x. It will be 4.7 bar. Now you have only the repeating digits on the right side. And that also we want to cancel. So let's get the single repeating digit also on the left side. So it is 100x will be 47.7 bar. Now you subtract 1 from 2 and you get 90x is equal to 43. So x is equal to 43 by 90. Good. Good. So all of you got it correct. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So next, express 0.999 in the form P by Q. अब ये वाला करो 0.9999 so on. Right? So
Ma'am,
this
it
is
can
nothing.
be 0.9 bar.
Yes, it is 0.9 bar. Now do it in your notebook and type your answer. Good. Yes, so let's assume x is equal to this. Good. So most all of you got it correct. So x is equal to this, and so 10x will be 9.9 bar, and this will imply 9x is equal to 9.9 bar minus 0.9 bar, which is 9, and hence x is equal to 9 by 9, which is 1. Now, the interesting thing that you need to notice here is we are saying x is equal to 1, right? X value is, we have found it as 1, but we assumed x as 0.999999, right? But here we are getting x equal to 1. Isn't that surprising? We assumed something and we found something else. Anyone? Why? How did this magic happen? किया तो हमने ठीक ही है. Right? We use the right method, we are multiplying correctly, we are subtracting correctly. तो फिर ये कैसे हो गया? X 0.999 था, ये बन गया 1. Why? Because ये जब 0.999, this is a non-ending decimal expansion, right? So it's non-ending, it's very, very close to 1, but it's still not exactly 1. Okay, but it's very close to 1. If you keep going to infinity, you are reaching 1. But here, when we subtract, we are subtracting some of these digits away, and this is kind of an approximation that we are getting. So it's very close to 1, but it's actually 0.99999. There is nothing that is between this number and this number. Okay, it's here reaching 1 here. Okay, so this 0.999 has puzzled mathematicians for a long time. And the way it's explained is that it's very, very close to 1. It's almost reaching 1 at infinity, right? And this is by when you subtract it, you're giving away all this. When you're subtracting away these digits after decimal, you're giving away this approximation. ये जो भी number यहाँ पर था वो आपने cancel out कर दिया, right? So you have reached to 1 because of that, because you have cancelled all of these digits away. Okay. Next, what can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digit, right, in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? So when we expand 1 by 17, when we make an expansion of 1 by 17 in decimal form, कितनी digits हमारी repeat करेंगी? Maximum number of digits जो कि repeat करेंगी वो कितनी होंगी and why? So to understand this, what you need to understand is कि whenever you divide two numbers, okay, whenever any number you divide, right, now your remainder, remainder जो होता है, that is always less than the divisor, right? When you divide 5 by 2, what do you get as remainder? 1. right? It's always less than 2. If something will be, if it's more than 2, suppose I'm dividing 17 by 2, right? Not 17 by 2.
16.
Yes. Yeah, then also it will be 0. Yeah, so remainder is always less than 2, because if it was more than 2, that means we could divide further. It will never be 3 or 4. That means our quotient could be a higher number, right? So remainder is always less than the divisor. When remainder is always less than the divisor, so that means 1 by 17 का जो remainder है, वो कौन सा number हो सकता है? Any number between 0 to 16, right? It has to be a number between 0 to 16. Whenever
Yes,
you
ma'am.
divide something by 17, not only 1 by 17, any number you divide by 17, the remainder has to be a number between 0 to 16. Right? So, whenever it's a number between 0 to 16, now suppose your remainder at some point is 7, and you continue dividing by 17, and the remainder is again 7. So now whatever was the digit after 7, suppose one remainder was 7 and next time the remainder was 4, then whenever 7 comes again, you will get 4 again, right? Because you're continuing in the same way, because they have said it's a repeating block. So whenever 7 comes again, the block will start repeating. So the number of digits that could be there has to be between 0 and 16. Whenever one of these digits will repeat, the whole block will start repeating. So, कितनी maximum digits हो सकती हैं इसमें repeating block में? 16. और 0 तो होंगी नहीं, क्योंकि 0 होती तो फिर तो वो terminating expansion हो जाता, right? It's a non-terminating repeating expansion we are talking about. So 0 तो है नहीं. So 1 और 16 के बीच में कोई भी digit आएगी, and then the block will start repeating. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
maximum जो quotient में जब भी हमारा remainder repeat होगा यहाँ पर, suppose remainder was 7 and here you had some digit, say 5, and then again you continue dividing, some more digits come, here again the remainder comes 7, then again here the quotient will be 5. So your digits will start repeating, maximum of 16 digits will be there. क्योंकि कभी ना कभी तो उन 16 में से कोई ना कोई रिपीट होगी डिजिट, बिकॉज वी आर सेइंग इट्स अ रिपीटिंग ब्लॉक. और जैसे ही वो रिपीट होगी तो तुम्हारा क्वोशिएंट रिपीट होना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, राइट? सो मैक्सिमम 16 डिजिट्स आर पॉसिबल. ओके, इट्स द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस कॉन्सेप्ट कि रिमाइंडर इज always less than the divisor. And because we are saying it's repeating block, whenever the remainder will repeat, the block will start repeating. Or remainder maximum 1 to 16 ही हो सकती हैं digits, so 16 digits are possible, right? अगर मान लो पूरा remainder 1, 2, 3 पूरा 16 तक भी आया हमारा, then also it will go back to 1 because it's a repeating block we are saying. So कभी ना कभी कोई ना कोई digit repeat होगी, तो you will have maximum of 16 digits block, repeating block. Okay, समझ आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are coming to the end here. Few more examples. Look at several examples of rational number in form P by Q, where P and Q are integers with no common factors other than 1. Can you guess what property Q must satisfy? So we are talking about terminating expansions, right? Jisme ki there is no common factor other than 1 between P and Q. So suppose I have 17 by 5 upon 2, yes, 17 upon 3, 16 upon 5. Now 16 upon 5, it's terminating, right? It's 3.2. This is also terminating, it's 2.5. This is non-terminating, right? So you will have 666 like this, right? Okay. So we are talking about these fractions P by Q where it's terminating expansion. अब इसमें हमको क्या दिख रहा है कि remainder, quotient, divisor, the Q, what property Q should have? Suppose I have 51 divided by 25. क्या होगा इसका आंसर? Right, 2.05, 2.04, sorry. Right, when I divide it, this is what I'll get. Now here my divisor is 25, Q is 25. So क्या property हमको दिख रही है इनमें common, जो कि यहाँ पर नहीं है. Here you have non-terminating, but here they are terminating.
2 and 5.
2 and 5 are common, right? So whenever your Q is a power of 2, some power of 2, doesn't matter what power, n can be any natural number, or it's a some power of 5, then you will get terminating expansion of the P by Q form. Okay, so it has to be some power of 2 and some power of 5. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So prime factors of Q must be power of 2 or 5. So जब भी हम Q का prime factorization करेंगे, जैसे हमने 25 का किया, तो it has to be a power of, it's a power of 5. अगर हम 21 लेते हैं, तो ये क्या होगा? This is 7 times 3. These are not 2 or 5. So इससे अगर 21 से divide करोगे, you will not get a terminating decimal expansion. If you are dividing something by 625, you will get 25 into 25, which is 5 square into 5 square, right? So you have power of 5. So it will result in terminating one. If you have something, say 20, right? If your Q is 20, so it will be 5 times 4, which is 5 into 2 square. So you have power of 5 and you have power of 2 in your prime factors. So it will result in terminating expansion. Okay. So there are several ways to ask this question, right? They can ask directly like this, or they can also give you some fraction, right? I can give you 441 divided by 20 and ask why is it terminating? Because when you do prime factorization of 20, you get power of 5 and power of 2. And these are the conditions for terminating expansion. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, write 3 numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating and non-recurring. So this you can do on your own, right? All you have to do is pick up any 3 numbers which are non-terminating and non-recurring. Matlab, these are irrational numbers, right? So you can write it in the decimal form, and you can write it any numbers. You can write 0.2134579 and 25 and go on. It's non-terminating, non-recurring. Or you can write it as square root form also, square root 2. It's a non-terminating, non-recurring. You can write 1.414 and so on. And you can write pi, which is 3.14 and so on. Okay. Or you can make up your own number. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is show that it's non-terminating, non-recurring. Now, any irrational number. Now, find 3 different irrational numbers between this and this. So, you are given 2 rational numbers. इनके बीच में हमको irrational number निकालना है. Okay. So, remember, we are not finding rational number between these two. वो हमने पहले किया था. We can divide, add and divide by 2, but that will give us rational number. Now we are talking about irrational number. तो हम क्या करेंगे? And they didn't say what kind of number, any. So इसको अगर हम represent करें in decimal form, if we write it, it's 5 by 7 is 0.71 and 9 by 11 is 0.81. So we are saying 0.71 and 0.81 के बीच का कोई भी irrational number. Okay. So no, it won't be 0.1, 0.2. No, Sony. We are talking about number between 0.71 and 0.81. So इनके बीच में क्या number होगा? 0.1,
it can be
0.2 तो
0.
पहले हो जाते हैं. हाँ. It has to
Ma'am,
be
it can-
greater than. Yeah, say it.
It can be 0.72 or 0.74.
Good. So we can start with 0.72, 1, 3, 5, and so on. Because they are talking irrational number, right? So it has to be non-repeating, non-terminating. We can write 0.73, 514, and so on. 0.74, 75, 12, so on. Okay, so all of the numbers, so whenever they have given you two numbers and they're asking you to find irrational number between the two numbers, you figure out what are these numbers in decimal form. And then between those two numbers, you make up your own numbers. Okay? 0.1, 0.2 से क्यों नहीं start होगा? क्योंकि वो तो इससे छोटे हो जाएंगे ना number. 0.1001 जो आपने लिखा है, वो तो 0.71 से छोटा हो जाएगा. We want a number between these two numbers, not less than this, not more than this, between these. So it has to be something that's more than 0.71. So it can be like 0.72, 73, 74, like that. Okay. Now classify the following as rational or irrational. तो ये भी आप कर ही सकते हो, right? इसको आप करने के लिए आपको क्या करना होगा? What is square root of 23? Square root of 23 जो है वो अगर इसका आप square root इसको आप factorize करोगे तो आपको बताएगा 23 के कोई factors ही नहीं है. So it is an irrational number. It's going to be, it's not a perfect square, right? You will not be able to factorize it and make a perfect square out of it. So 23 का कुछ नहीं है, वो 23 है. और अगर आप divide करोगे तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? Some non-repeating, non-terminating decimal. Good. Yes. So it is an irrational number. Now 225. 225 को आप कैसे लिख सकते हो? You can write it as, you can do the prime factorization of 225 to see whether it is a rational or irrational number. So 225 का अगर मैं prime factorization करूं तो क्या होगा? 5 times 49, right? Which is, sorry, what did I do here? 5 times 45, wrong. Okay. So this is 5 times 5 times 9, right? Which is 5 square into 3 square, right? So this is 15 square, is 15. So it is, answer is 15. So it is a rational number, right? समझ आया?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
और ये बाकी में तो आप डेसिमल फॉर्म में तो आप सिंपली देख ही सकते हो. अगर रिपीट हो रहा है तो वो क्या होगा? जो रिपीट होता है वो क्या होता है? रैशनल या इरेशनल? Yes, some of you will say rational. Rational. It is rational क्योंकि it is repeating. और यहाँ पर 1.01, 001, 0001, it's not repeating. So it will be
So it's
irrational.
irrational.
और यहाँ पर it's a decimal form. It's terminating. आगे कुछ है ही नहीं. So it is rational, right? ठीक है? Yes. So Sony, you
Yes, ma'am.
got it correct, except number 3. Number 3 is not irrational. It is rational. जैसे मैंने कहा, it is terminating. There is nothing after it. So you can simply write it as 3796 by 10,000. So it is a rational number. Okay. So we have come to the end of the class. Any questions for today?
No, ma'am. No,
Which will
ma'am.
be- Okay. All right. So next time we will do operations on real numbers and laws of exponents. All right. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Till then,
Okay, ma'am.
have a good time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.